Welcome back everyone to the series Quranic Word Roots presented to you by Ibn Firnas Muslim Student Association. This is episode 10 of the series, and in this episode we talk about the root kafara. So the root kafara is the ninth most recurrent root in the Quranic text, and its derivations have roughly 525 recurrences throughout the Quran. So the central meaning of the root kafara in Arabic is covered completely. So covered completely so that there is no trace of that which is covered. So that is the basic central meaning in Arabic. It's the act of covering something completely. And to visualize that, so the darkness of night or the blackness of night is in Arabic called kafr. And it's called that because the darkness of the night or the blackness of the night, it just engulfs everything in black, so that you cannot see anything. So it covers everything in black, so that it's not discernible anymore. So for the derivations of the root in the Quran, there are 21 derivations in total, and they can be summed up in 4 categories. Of course, all of the categories represent meanings that revolve around the central meaning of the root. So for category 1, there's only one derivation here, and that derivation is kuffar. And kuffar in a context can mean tillers or farmers. So why do we call farmers kuffar? Because in Arabic, if we say kafar al-badr means planted the seeds or covered the seeds, to be exact. And that means that a farmer would cover the seed inside the soil so that the seed is not seen anymore. It's you cannot see the seed after it's covered inside the soil. So that's why we use the root kafara to describe that action of covering the seeds, and that's why farmers can be called kuffar in Arabic. For the second category, so this meaning of kafara is the one that is most common, and it's probably the one that comes to mind first whenever anyone hears it. And here it means disbelieved or disowned or denied, so denied an evidence or a blessing. And to visualize that, it's as if, so the disbeliever, we call him kafir, and we call him that because if there is an evidence of the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the signs of Allah and also the blessings of Allah, the one who does kufr, or the one who is kafir, just completely covers all of this evidence and signs and blessings in his heart, so that they cannot be seen. Like he covers them so that he cannot see them anymore. And that's why this is used to refer to disbelief. And if you think about it, it's a very profound meaning, actually. So this is how it relates to the central meaning of the root. Now, the derivations under this category are kafara, as we said. Yakfur is the present tense or continuous tense of kafara, and it means disbelieves or disowns or denies, so denies evidence or a blessing. Ukfur means disbelieve, and it's an imperative form, so it's an order. Kufr, and this is a noun, so it means disbelief or ungratefulness. Kufran, again a noun, and it means denial. Kufur, disbelief or denial, again a noun. Akfar means extremely disbelieving, so it's used to describe someone who's extremely who's an extreme disbeliever, let's say, or extremely disbelieving. And then kafur means an extreme disbeliever or denier. Kaffar, also an extreme disbeliever or denier. These are used to describe someone who's extremely disbelieving. and like their adjectives. And then kafir. Kafir is disbeliever or denier. Kafirun is the plural, the masculine plural of kafir, and it means disbelievers or deniers. And then kuffar, also a plural of kafir, disbelievers or deniers. Kawafir is a feminine plural, and it means disbelievers or deniers, and it's the feminine form, so it's used to refer to women. Kafara, again a plural, disbelievers or deniers. Kufira is an indirect form, so it means was disbelieved. So we use it to say that something was disbelieved. Yukfar, it's the present tense or the continuous tense of kufira, and it means to be disbelieved by someone, or to be denied a reward. So if someone is denied a reward, we would say we would use that verb of yukfar. So now for category 3, and here the derivation is kaffara, and kaffara means covered the sins and erased them. So it means granted forgiveness, and of course it's used to refer to how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala covers our sins and erase them, so that we're granted forgiveness. So that's the visualization of this derivation. So our sins and wrongdoings, we ask Allah to forgive us, and we use this verb kaffara, or so we say Allahumma kaffir anna sayyi'atina. So Ya Allah, cover our sins and wrongdoings. So Allah covers them and erases them, so that we're granted forgiveness. So the derivations under this category are, as we said, kaffara, and then yukaffir is the present tense or continuous tense of kaffara. Kaffir is an imperative form of the verb, so cover the sin and erase it. And of course we use it in our dua, and we use it in an imploring form. So the grammatical structure of the verb itself is an imperative form, but of course we use it in the meaning of imploring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cover our sins. We say Allahumma kaffir anna sayyi'atina. So Allah, please cover our sins and erase them. Kaffara is used to refer to the deeds done to cover our sins and erase them. So the good deeds that we do, so that Allah would grant us forgiveness. And finally, for category 4, there is only one derivation here, and this is kafur. Kafur means literally in English, it means camphor. And kafur is an aromatic oil, and it has a very nice and pungent odor. And it's extracted from a tree with the same name. So why is it called kafur then? Because the odor is so nice and so pungent that it covers any odor or any bad smell within the vicinity of that odor. So if there is a bad smell, somewhere, and you have a bottle of kafur, let's say, of that oil, and you open that bottle, so the odor is so pungent that it just covers, it completely covers that bad smell, so that you don't see any trace of it. And that's how this derivation relates to the central meaning of the root. So now for some verse examples, and as always I will recite the ayah and we can look at the derivations together. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna kafarna bima ursiltum bih. Kafarna, we disbelieve. So in this context it's used to mean disbelief. And the na at the end, nun alif, is used to refer to the pronoun we. ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا. الكافر here means the disbeliever. كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته. Al-kuffar in this context can be translated as the tillers or the farmers, and it can also be translated as the disbelievers. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a context in which it can be translated as the tillers or farmers. لأكفرن عنهم سيئاتهم. أكفرن, I will remove. So لأكفرن, I will surely remove their misdeeds. So in this context, it means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant them forgiveness by removing their will remove their misdeeds. And as we said, the meaning here means, or like how this relates to the central meaning of the root, it's as if our sins are completely covered and erased by Allah. إن الأبرار يشربون من كأس كان مزاجها كافورا. Kafur means camphor here, as we said. So now for a couple of exercises. As always, I will recite the ayahs, I will leave you guys for a couple of seconds, and then we'll go to the answers together. So here, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. من كفر فعليه كفره ومن عمل صالحا فلأنفسهم يمهدون. So now we can go to the answer. من كفر فعليه كفره. كفر and كفره. كفر means disbelieves, and كفره means his disbelief, and the ha at the end refers to the pronoun his. And finally, ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. So now I will go to the answer. So here the derivation is only كفر, and as we said, this is an act of imploring, asking Allah to remove the misdeeds, so that they're granted forgiveness, and their misdeeds are completely covered and erased. So these are some further verse examples, and you can go through them, of course. There are plenty more, of course. And the sources are also in the description, as always. And that was it for today's episode. Thank you for your attention, and good